And a him.
Look at me. I'm so handsome.
I added gout on his foot.
I can see that right there, yeah. It's all the red meat.
Yeah.
Now that he doesn't have to eat ramen noodles anymore, he's eating like a king. If that's what gout is, then he'll take it.
Yeah.
It's the red meats, Tim.
Okay.
We don't know. We don't get gout.
I know. Some of us eat slightly healthier than you.
Yeah.
By slightly, I mean a lot healthier than you.
I'm gonna eat so bad. I'm going to Universal tomorrow.
Ooh.
I'm good if Flippo. All the three of us can be hurt. I don't know about Flippo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I
he's
guess
not
for
here
me.
anyway, so.
All right.
Hey, Devin, do you like that thing that I did to the sides of our Discord? Where I took out the Cape Complainers and I stretched it out, essentially?
I do. For some reason I saw that and I was like, that's weird. But then I saw it, I was like, oh hey, that's nice.
Well, what was
All
there
right.
before was just black, and so it was this giant black screen, and then just our our faces right in the middle. So I think it's
Can
better
you-
now.
Yeah.
All right.
Agreed.
Well, I'm gonna hit record and we're gonna go.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1. We're talking and now. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Caped Complainers. Joining me, as always, we have Tim, the beautiful leader of the group. Some say he is the true face and heart of the complainers.
I like to think that I'm the dick of the complainers.
There
Just
you go.
really hard, really
The first,
throbbing.
yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, the first penis joke of season 4, everybody.
Was it
And
really?
rarely touched.
We are doing
I think it was.
very bad.
I think it was.
Oh.
And I have Devin. Some say the gout-driven soul of the group. How's it going, Devin?
Because I eat like a king. No, I don't.
And the man who has possibly the worst internet ever created by man, Flippo. He's been popping in and out of the show. So who knows? Maybe we'll hear from him, but he is here somewhere in our hearts.
Somewhere.
I am your host, Greg, and today we will be discussing the newest D&D role-playing game that is sweeping the nation, Baldur's Gate 3. And before we do that, we have the beautiful, wonderful thoughts that spew from the fountain of creativity that is Devin's brain. What do we have today, Devin?
Okay. So after school one day, I had to stop by the store to go get something. I can't even remember what I had to go get. But I had to go to Walmart. And on the way to Walmart by my house, there are 2 roundabouts. And I understand roundabouts. This isn't like oh, hey, have you guys understood? Like, it's not one of those. But, like, roundabouts suck.
Yeah.
Do you guys agree? Like, roundabouts are the worst.
Not necessarily. They're pretty easy to figure out if you're not a dummy.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're not bad.
It's not about figuring out how to drive them. That's not even the problem. But like, so, like if you're not on a busy street, it's fine. Roundabouts are great. But like when you put a roundabout in a busy intersection, like
Okay.
you never get to go.
Well, let me cut you out really fast, Devin, because have you been on a busy intersection without a roundabout? You never get to go.
I do though.
love roundabouts. They are fast, they're easy, way better than stopping every 5 feet for the next car to wait for the next person. I think what makes them crappy is people suck at roundabouts.
I sat at a roundabout for like 10 minutes waiting to go.
That's on you, man.
Because like the traffic just never stops, but like 2 directions, and unless there's a lull, no one's gonna go.
There's no two directions in a roundabout, Devin. It's all one
it goes
direction.
Around.
Yeah,
that's the point of the name.
No,
gee, that's what Devin's doing wrong. He's going the wrong way.
No, I mean like someone's coming from this side going in on this roundabout, and someone's going in from this side on this roundabout, and then by the time this like this roundabout starts to lull, the cars here start going, and then when this starts lulling, they keep going. You know what I'm saying? There's
What's
so
the
little time to
deal
go.
with roundabouts?
They suck. That's all. They
I-
suck. I hate them.
I genuinely think you don't understand what a roundabout is.
I know what a roundabout is. They're all over my this part of Texas.
Well, you shouldn't be on them because you seem a little too confused. They're not hard.
No,
They're
they're not
two
hard.
lanes.
I
So
understand how they work.
There's 2 lanes in it. And say you just want to take the first exit on the roundabout. You're going to get in the furthest lane.
Yeah, the right lane. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah,
in most
it's-
roundabouts, they have signs. If you just look
Read
at the sign, yeah, it'll tell you which lane to be in. And then
No,
they have
I
dotted lines that you can follow as well, Devin.
I understand how a roundabout works.
Do you?
I can work a roundabout.
I don't think you do.
It's not the driving part. It's the as you're going, you're having to wait for other people in the roundabout because they're bumper to bumper, just going. There's no space for me to go in. You know what I'm saying?
So because you don't know how to find a spot to hop into a roundabout, you think all roundabouts are bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, that is
Good.
yes.
Another good thought from Devin. It's wonderful. I kind of have a thought. It's not, I mean, I just saw this online. Have y'all seen this thing where people have been asking their boyfriends, girls have been asking their boyfriends how often they think about the Roman Empire?
Casey asked me that this week.
Yeah, my girlfriend asked me that too, and I'm like, "What do you mean?"
Oh.
And she told me about it. I'm just like,
Well, hang on. Before you continue on, Tim, how often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Almost never. Maybe a handful of times a year, maybe. 1 or 2 times a year.
I never think about it.
I don't know.
But you know what? I think the point is that apparently in this trend, apparently men think about the Roman Empire multiple times a week. Or far more than they should be. Casey asked me, and I was like, I mean, not very often. Occasionally, I'll something will pop up, and I'll be like, "Oh, Romans," and that's it. But I don't think about them multiple times in a week. And my random thoughts on my drives, they might pop up in my mind occasionally. But
so what's this supposed to determine?
Nothing. It's just a
I don't
weird
know.
why
It's
do
just
men think about the Roman Empire?
Should I start
it's just
asking
something
every woman
stupid.
how often do you think about makeup? Is that something? I don't know. That's stupid. These trends are dumb.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Greg, are you okay?
Yeah, Greg, you okay? And welcome back, Flippo. Oh, Greg.
Okay. Cool.
Gotcha.
Can you hear me?
Good, Greg? Yeah, what's up, Flippo?
We can hear you.
Awesome.
Yeah, sorry, got away from me. That's embarrassing.
You sound very robotic, Greg.
I do?
Yeah, you do.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh,
You invoked
God.
duplicity and you're all talking.
Yeah, you're talking into a
jeez.
fan.
Ooh, that's a good.
Alright.
That's a good. It does.
Greg.
We'll keep talking about the Roman Empire. I'll be
You know
right
what's-
back.
We're done talking about it.
Outside-
Nobody
No!
has anything to say about it.
Outside of just sounding like a robot, he sounds real slow too.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But-
Why is the Roman Empire a thing right now?
So that's the thing is you weren't here because your internet.
Yeah.
But apparently, women have been asking men how long and how many times a day they think about the Roman Empire, and a lot of people are being frequently, a lot, multiple times a day or a week. And people are just shocked by it. So,
Do y'all
how
think
many
of the
times
Roman
do
Empire?
you think about the Roman Empire, Flippo?
0.
Yeah. I don't get it. Why is that a trend that people are... I don't know.
Maybe
They
it's because
should-
of the Assassin's Creed games.
They should ask, how often I think about, are my socks clean? Because that's gonna be 2 to 3 times a day. I'll be like, I just ran a mile. Are they clean enough? Yes.
Or
Probably
I
not.
just ran a mile. Do I want to take off my shoes right now, or do I want to wait? Because my socks smell. Tim, you got some bug eyes happening right now.
What?
You just look so focused. You were like, on whatever was on your
Oh,
computer.
yeah, I'm looking up why is everyone asking men about the Roman Empire? Oh, hey, Greg, talk.
Do I sound better?
Yeah, you sound
You
great.
do.
Yes.
You don't sound
Yay.
slow or robotic.
Good. it's
Well,
it's
maybe
how
still slow.
it's how I want to live my life most of the time.
All right. So we talked about the Roman Empire.
Yeah.
All right,
you-
wonderful.
We still have no clue,
Good.
though.
Hey guys, that's a good filler. I appreciate y'all. All right. Well, while Tim kind of delves into the Roman Empire business, let's go ahead and drift into our topic.
Hey, Greg.
Yeah.
Before we drift into our topics, do you want to show off those nice, cool Funkos
Oh well,
that you
it's
got of all of us?
Nobody can see
uh,
them, so
yeah.
you
So
know.
like, if you're listening on podcast, you have nothing to look at. So I'm so sorry. But I recently
Well, hang on.
purchased. Well,
That's a reason for them to follow our Twitch, right?
hey, there
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah, why didn't you plug
follow
that?
Twitch.
Yeah, follow the Twitch.
Yeah. If you
Yeah,
wanna
yeah.
if you wanna see what you're listening to. Funko recently announced this go pop yourself kind of campaign, and you can make custom Funko Pops. So I purchased Funko Pops of all of us. Here's Tim. I just showed Flippo. Here's beautiful little me. Oh, that's gorgeous. God, drink it in.
You spent too much on me.
Devin right there.
Handsome boy.
And I have Reed, and I had to add a little bit of hair color
Paint.
to him. So yeah.
I think they really missed an opportunity to call it "Go Funk Yourself."
So yeah, for real. I think about
For
that all the
sure.
time. I'm like, man. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get into our topic. Today we are talking Baldur's Gate. Like we said at the top of the show, it's the new role-playing D&D style video game. It came out on PC about a month before, but it just recently came to PlayStation on the. For me, it came out on the 3rd, but I think it came out for everybody on the 6th of September. And so
Yeah,
far,
because you pre-ordered.
yeah, so far it's getting really good reviews. In fact, some game companies are suing the studio who made Baldur's Gate
What?
because they apparently raised the bar, that they hit an unrealistic standard that other companies can't seem to compete with.
Okay, then those
Which,
companies can die.
yeah, that's my thought. It's just
It's
kind of
aggressive.
like all they did was uh make a good finished game. Like that's all they did. Like why are you all mad about this? I prefer a game being finished than something that is not. So
Right.
a lot of people, some studios, I mean, are a little butthurt about the studio, but in my opinion, it is a fully finished game, and it's impressive the amount of stuff that you can do. But let's talk a little bit about our gameplay. Let's start with Devin. What is your character you're playing now?
So I play two. I play a solo game, and then I play a game with Reed. I had a game with Reed and Greg, but Greg doesn't play enough while we're on to continue it. And that's the
Yeah.
character I was most interested in because he runs around naked, like
See, and
butt-ass
that's
naked.
kind of why I don't want to play with you anymore. It kind of really ruined it for me.
But I kind of based my two characters off of like my first two D&D characters ever. So I've got a warlock named Bamf. This is in my game with Reed. He's a tiefling, and he is all about tiefling rights.
Mm-hmm.
And then my other one is a half-orc monk named Shadynasty.
Shadynasty. That's your go-to. Wasn't Shadynasty the character you had in mine and Reed's and yours?
In current
Yeah,
skin.
in the
The
game
name
with
sounds
Currents.
familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah, the name sounds familiar. What about you, Tim? What are you playing?
In my solo game, I'm playing an Eldritch Knight Fighter, and he doesn't believe in magic, so all the magic I give him is just things that enhance his ability or shield. And he's just pretending like all this magic that's happening around him is just his physical prowess. Like, wow, did you see how hard I hit that dude? Like, I swung my sword so hard that 3 magic balls hit him. Or magic missile. And then my other
Yeah.
character's a warlock.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about
Tim,
you, Flippo?
Circle the Moon Druid.
Okay. You're only doing one character right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And the next one, I'm going to play a chaotic run next,
Me too. That's what I plan on doing too.
and probably become a mind flayer.
Okay. Well, I will say I've seen some things. If you become a mind flayer, that's a game over. Like that.
No, well, I guess use
Just
all the
really
illithid powers.
really lean into the evil side, I guess.
Yeah.
Just okay.
Because there's
Alright.
a companion you can get, but you have to be like, you have to kill the druids instead of kill the goblins.
Yeah.
You can
Okay.
get her as a companion or as
The
a
dark
party
one or
member.
whatever?
The drow.
Yeah, the drow.
Oh.
Yeah, I forget her name. But yeah,
It
like
starts
me,
with an M.
I'm a tiefling bard. But I'm kind of a battle bard. I've been just kind of because I can't do anything if
What
I
college?
played at a regular bard. I honestly don't remember.
it's swords.
Probably.
Valor?
Yeah, I think
Is it swords, lore, and what's the other one?
Valor.
Valor.
it might be swords.
I think Eloquence
Um,
is one of the bard, but I didn't play bard,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, it's really fun, and I have I kept telling myself I was gonna do one character. I was like, I'm gonna beat the whole game, one character, and then start a new character. But I got a little bored. I'm on the last act right now, and I got a little bored, and I was like, I kind of want to do something new. So I started a new character. It's a druid dwarf, and his name is Green Thumb, and he's delightful. But yeah, I haven't really played much as him.
Is
so
he going to kick
I'm
out the
still trying to do
tieflings
it.
from the Emerald Grove?
He might, yeah. He's going to be like Flippo said. He wants to do a chaotic run. I was a really good guy in my tiefling game,
Mhm.
and this one I'm really going to be a bad guy.
Can I
Just not.
can I make a quick
things.
complaint? Like a really big
Yeah.
complaint for me? I've
Yeah.
gone through the Emerald Grove stuff twice now. And in both times, I've been good to the tieflings, right? I
Mhm.
help the tieflings. I tell them I'm going to talk to What's-Her-Face and make sure they don't get kicked out. I offer my services to help them get to Baldur's Gate, right? But in
Right.
both situations, they've thrown me in prison because that little snot-ass mole tells them that I'm threatening kids. You guys know what I'm talking about? If you get into the children's hideout,
Yeah.
the character
I-
role
I never got thrown in prison.
will count down from 10.
I charmed out of it. I charmed him and said, "Oh, those kids are they're just playing around." And I didn't have to get in trouble.
Yeah, I guess I'm not very charismatic, but the kid counts down from 10, and the first time I played, I was like, okay, whatever, and I'm just running around
Yeah, what do
checking
y'all-
out the
yeah.
hideout, and then I get thrown in jail, and I thought maybe it's because my first character, I accidentally told the kids in the training yard that they were all going to wet the field with their blood, but I thought I was telling them that they were going to wet the ground with their enemy's blood. So that was a mistake on my part. I just misread it. And then the second time I played through, I got to that part. I told the kids that they were going to be brave and they're not going to die, blah, blah, blah. So they loved me. And then once again, Mole freaking rats me out to the police because I wouldn't leave her lair fast enough.
So that happened to me too. Only on my second character, on my character with Reed. And apparently, if you're in a duo, like they'll send you both to prison. Like they'll come to me and then they go to Reed. And I could not get out of it.
They did
But
not
when
take Adam to jail. They only took me to jail in our game.
when I broke out of prison and I walked out that gate, the guard that was there was like, "Hey, weren't you in prison?" I was like, "Nah, bro, I don't know what you're talking about." He goes, "Okay, I'm watching you." Tim,
go ahead.
I would love it if in your is it your fighter that doesn't do magic or doesn't understand magic?
Yeah.
I would love it if he just throws scrolls at enemies, like magic scrolls at enemies,
Instead
to
of
think that
casting
this is
them.
how magic works.
I would not love that because some of these encounters are hard.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like we talked a little bit before the show started about the combat in this game. Like Tim said, there are no small battles in this game. Everything is a fight for your life kind of fight.
Uh,
And I
There are a few
100%
small
agree with that.
encounters. There are a few small encounters. Like I've ran into a couple packs of gnolls where it's just like 2 or 3 or 4, and I've taken them
On
out.
the high road?
Yeah, on the high road, and it was super easy, no problem at all. But then what I was saying is like 70 to 80% of the encounters I've run into are one, they surprise you.
Yeah.
Just because they want to, no real
Yeah.
reason. And 2, they're like all boss battles back to back to back.
Yeah. Speaking of surprising, I finally made it to Baldur's Gate, and I'm on top of this roof, just exploring. And all of a sudden I entered combat from people who were inside the house, and I was on the roof. And none of us could do anything. And so I'm just like, oh, okay. And so like I just kept trying to move and get out of the area so I can flee combat. But it was just like, good lord, like I can't escape it. It's fighting
See,
is everywhere.
Mine and Reed's
What
favorite
a-
thing is as we were clearing out the goblin camp, and one of us would do something, and a goblin would be like, "Hey, what are you doing?" The other one of us would leave the conversation and go up behind him and just like murder him while he
Yeah.
was mid conversation.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Flippo?
What difficulty are y'all playing on?
Normal.
I'm on balanced.
Yeah,
balanced.
balanced.
Yeah.
On my next
fuck.
run, though, I'll probably amp it up. But I think me and Reed started on balanced.
Dude, tactician is rough.
Wait, there's
did you
only
put-
3,
did you
right?
try it
It's
already?
the easy one, balanced, and then tactician?
Yeah, it's explorer,
Tactician, yeah.
balanced, and tactician.
Okay, I'm
Wait.
on balanced.
Can we all take a
Tactician's supposed to be the one that's most like
Unforgiving.
table play.
Yeah. It's
we all
like,
take
well,
a
no,
minute?
I mean, like if you roll a 1, you're screwed. So it's just like, oh well, that sucks. Balanced at least kind of helps you out. It gives you like bad rolls, but it also still gives you good rolls. Like if you get the other
Oh,
one, then
you can
you're just
turn
like,
off
oh,
the
man, that
balanced
sucks.
rolling, which I did.
Oh,
So
yeah.
now it's all random.
Okay, well, I appreciate the balanced rolling because it like, for example, I died instantly in the very beginning of the game. Whenever you crash in the Mind Flayer ship, I say I rescue Shadowheart. I'm like, all right, let's go. I go to that door that I can't get into. I'm like, okay, whatever. So then I enter the ruins of the ship, and those little brain monsters were there, killed me instantly. And this is like the first time. This is like
Intellect
the
Yeah.
second I started the game. I was like, well, son of a bitch. And so like I took a break because I got mad. I was like, oh, this game's gonna be stupid. And then I was like, wait, no, I need to actually like play it like a D&D game and think. And so once I did that, it's fine.
Can we just take a minute to recognize that Greg is not doing the easiest difficulty for this game?
I thank you.
He stepped it up just a little bit.
You know,
I didn't realize that there was
his next
balance
playthrough's gonna
rolling
be easy.
on. I thought that it was just rolls
It's-
how it rolls, but now I might have turned
So
that
the
off.
balance roll is if you keep rolling bad,
mhm.
they'll just help you out.
Well, that's some bullshit. Because I've done many rolls where it was just like back to back, like, oh, you're not going to get higher than a 9 on this because I think your character's stupid.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah, and for real, the roll sometimes is really stupid, even on balanced. Like the goblin camp thing. That was like one of the biggest fights I ever had to do. I did the inside of the camp, no problem. I was like, that's great. I worked my way from the back to the front. I took the drow lady out without alerting anybody. I was like, that's great. And I was still able to like move around and talk to people like nobody knew. And then I took out the dude in the middle, and then everybody got all pissed about it, and I was just like, "Oh, okay, now
So-
you're mad." But like once you're in like
So
the
the outside
lobby
part?
area, yeah, the outside
sorry.
part. Oh my god, that was so hard.
So there's
Like
an easy way to do it.
Wait,
place
before you
explosive barrels everywhere.
before you tell him, Greg, who's your team? Who's your main squad in your solo game?
I like the ladies,
Oh,
you know.
sure.
Honestly, Shadowheart, Karlak, and
Carlock,
and
Lizelle,
Lizelle. Yeah,
whatever. Yeah.
they're my girls. They're pretty strong. I did use Gale for a little bit. Gale pisses me off. Like the whole him having to absorb magical items to like not explode. I was like, I want to keep my magical items because like one, I was just starting in the game. I was just like, he's not getting my magical items. Are you kidding me? Like, screw him.
Yeah, but you can give him trash and be like, thank you so much.
You just
Yeah,
have to give him one.
I know it's
One
still
trash item.
still it just I got
No,
so
you have to do it
mad
more
that
than
I had
once.
to give him something. I'm like, no, you're supposed to give me things.
Flippo, who's your main team?
Same as Greg, but I'll switch out Lizelle for Will
Will.
every now and then. Yeah,
I
the
started with
Warlock.
Will. Yeah, I started with Will. He's pretty good. But I don't know. My ladies, they're a lot stronger than me. They have more hit points than me. I'm just like, protect me, my flock. And so
Dude,
they're my go-tos.
Will's repelling blast, like any warlock's repelling blast. I never use it when we play like tabletop version, but like in game, that's so useful. I've shot so many things off cliffs.
Oh yeah.
Tim, who's your main team?
My character who's a fighter, Shadowheart, who I'm gonna swap out as soon as I find a different healer because Shadowheart is the absolute worst.
You're not gonna find another.
You can do a hireling.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
got to
you
the
can
point where I
talk
can
both of
hire
them.
hirelings. Yeah, so I might do that because again, Shadowheart is the absolute worst.
She gets better, but I
Um,
mean that's another. Sorry to interrupt. Okay, I'll wait. Sorry, go ahead.
Then Will. I like Will and I like Gale.
Yeah. Oh, you like Gale?
Yeah, Gale's awesome.
Gross. Gale sucks. He's the
My
worst.
my main team, at least that I started with, my monk, Asterion, Will, and Shadowheart. But I swapped out as soon as I found Karlak, and I was like, nope. So now it's Shadowheart, Karlak, and Asterion.
Tim brought
How
it up.
far?
A complaint that I have is the healing. Man, I get so mad at the healing. I forgot we had talked about this at the beginning of the episode. Revivify is stupid.
Revivify?
Yeah, it only gives you one health whenever you revive, and then you get hit and you're instantly dead. The potions suck.
But that's
The
like in game
superior
though.
potions suck. It just makes me mad. And like even the healing word, the group healing and everything, it doesn't heal me enough. I'm just like, this is stupid.
Yeah,
I
but
hate it.
that's in real games, in like real game, like
Yeah.
tabletop version too.
Well,
And
I don't like it.
I feel like I was playing today, and Tim, have you gone in the Underdark? Have you gotten to the big temple, like the
I'm at the forge.
yeah, the fort? Have you done that big fight at the end, like trying to free the True Soul?
I tried to free the True Soul, but I only had one bomb, and I tried to break the cave in with it, but it didn't destroy all of it. So that's the only bomb I had, and I gave up, and then I used some Misty Steps to jump over to behind the statue, and I used that waypoint, and then I brought all my characters to behind the statue so I could just go to the forge and ignore the guy that's
Man,
dying.
Well, see,
I'm in a fight right now, and I completely forgot I had bombs, and that would have came in so helpful. I was like, oh my god.
I haven't used a bomb once, except to blow up
You have to have a
cave in.
I forget.
you have to have a special
them.
bomb for that cave in.
Yeah, but the reason I ask is because I was doing that fight today, and I like the Dynasty was hurting, man. Everyone was attacking him. He was down to 1 health, and I got Shadowheart in the area and had her do her like what is the one that like gives all like max healing?
Max healing or
No,
max
yeah,
heal?
it's the spell that gives you like whenever someone heals Or you heal, they
Well,
heal, they
there's
heal the
two.
full
There's
amount.
two. There's one that you can use in combat, and then there's one that you have to use out of combat.
It's the in combat one. It's like a bonus action for her. I don't remember what it's called.
Uh, Greater
but-
mass healing or something. I don't
No,
know.
it's I don't
Prayer
remember
of
what it's called.
healing?
It literally like it's not like a healing prayer. It doesn't heal them at all. It just makes it to where when they do heal, they heal the max amount that potion or that spell will give.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, it's like a buff.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I did that, and I guess you have to have the person like in your camera sight, because I healed and Shania either didn't heal very much or did not heal at all, and I used like a 3rd level healing spell, and I was pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk something serious about the game.
Hold on,
This
I want to talk about the
game-
Goblin Camp again.
Oh, well, we can go back to the Goblin Camp, but this will be really quick. Who we romancing, boys?
Oh, Karlak.
Karlak.
I'm romantic.
I've gotten
Go ahead.
I've gotten swerved by just about everybody except Shadowheart. Like so far, Shadowheart's just been just the easiest to like. She came to me, but like everybody else, like I literally got a dialogue option from Karlak. We were talking to somebody, and they were like, "Oh, and is this your lover?" And she literally said, "Ew, no." And it felt personal. I was like, "What do you mean? What do you mean?" It's not my fault. I keep everyone in my camp naked at night. I mean, it gets hot out there. I'm thinking about their comfort. So I don't know.
Everyone,
creepy
including
crawlies?
the boys, or just yourself?
Everybody. It's everybody.
All right.
I don't discriminate.
Well, so Halson, you know who Halson is,
Yeah,
right?
the druid. Yeah.
Druid love.
Yes, you can have him. You can be poly.
Uh-huh.
You can have two. If I think it's him and like Shadowheart and him and a Asterion. You can romance both of them and have
they're
them be
all
happy.
down. Yeah, they're all down with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, from what I've seen, Shadowheart's the only one that's like,
She's
hey,
a prude. She
you
is a
will have to
prude.
only love me. At least, yeah.
There's a
'Cause-
there's a
Oh,
there's a brothel in
No,
Act 3.
most people like that.
Yeah,
Well-
there's a brothel in Act 3, and Shadowheart was kind of like my boo thing. And I try to initiate a foursome with a couple of people, and Shadowheart's like, "No, I'd rather have you all to myself." I'm just like, "You bitch!" Like, just don't ruin this for me.
And
You can fuck the devil.
Yeah, you can. You can definitely have sex with several people. Flippa, I think is what you meant.
in my solo game.
Oh yeah. Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
In my solo game, it's Shadowheart because it's half orc and half elf, and I was like,
Uh-huh.
that's cute. But in my other game, it's Karlak, the two devils.
Yeah. I couldn't initiate anything with Karlak. I got swerved by Asterion. I got no option with Karlak. Like I couldn't do any romance with her. Will tried to. Oh, Gale tried to. This is like just Gale, get out of here. Like he was just like, it's a lovely night, isn't it? I'm just like, shut up, shut up. You've taken so much from me, but it's just I don't know. It's hard. But who are you romancing, Tim?
Gale.
Gale.
Yeah. He shows you how to do magic, and it's fucking hot. Or it's freaking hot.
Yeah.
Show me the weave.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I like about Karlak, especially since Reed didn't know, is I was having a conversation with her, and she's like too hot to touch when she's like, "Ooh, baby, ooh, turning me on and stuff."
Yeah.
And so to touch her, to get your first kiss, you have to like pelt her with a vial of water out of conversation. And then once you do that, you're
Yeah.
oh, I'm cool. Let's try it now.
Yeah. And that's the thing.
It's
Like
too hot.
I found a way to fix her heart engine or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I fixed it, and I thought that was going to be like, okay, finally, romance is in hand, and I did it, and she was like, "You're a good friend," and I was like, "Oh, dang it!" Like
Carlac,
I don't know if I'm doing it wrong. I'm just like I don't know how to talk to these people.
Carlac is also
Have
the
you-
one that
have-
will tell you, like, "Hey, since you can't touch me, go have fun. Just save some for me." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Ooh,
Right.
okay."
I
You got it, baby.
I killed Karlak in my single player game. I think I
Really?
might be able to bring her back with the old dead man, whatever his name is, Mr. Withers.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know his name,
I don't
Mr.
know,
Withers.
man.
but
I think it's just Withers.
yeah, but I killed her, and Will loves me for it. Will would be the second person I romance in the game,
Okay.
I almost my
especially
half-orc
now that
almost
he's a
chose Lae'zel.
tiefling. Especially now that he's a tiefling.
My girlfriend
Yeah.
wants me to romance Asterion. She thinks he's she hates the
Did
way
you
he
let him
talks.
feed on you?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Once.
Yeah. I let him do it twice because I read that's how you get him to like you. I was like, you got to let him feed on you a couple of times. I'm just like, But yeah.
My half-orc almost chose Lae'zel because we were having a conversation and she was talking to me different, and so I had that option to ask her, like, what's happening right here? And she goes, "I'll take you when I want you." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, damn."
I try.
So
I figured
forceful.
out. I figured out what Lizelle likes. You have to like put your foot down and be like really strong towards her. Like if she's
Dominant.
like, I want to do this. You say, you shut your mouth. We're gonna do this instead. And then she's like, oh, that's delightful.
Well, even then, like even after I shut her down so I could do like stay with Shadowheart, every so often she'll be like, "I can smell you and I want you. Shame it'll never be." I'm like, "All right,
Gross.
sorry."
You just look behind you. You're like, that's disgusting. Stop it. We're in public. But let's kind of talk a little bit of just overall what the game. We've talked about stories of us playing the game and how we've been doing it. To go back, as I said earlier, several game companies are threatening or trying to file a lawsuit, such as EA, Ubisoft, Blizzard. Even a lot of these game companies are filing a lawsuit against them, saying that this is a finished game. How do y'all think this game stacks up right now? Like, is this the new standard? I mean, for me, Red Dead 2 is the standard, but Baldur's Gate is a full finished game. Devin.
I think for me the problem with that whole statement is that like I am not typically a turn-based gamer.
Me
I
neither.
don't typically like them, and so to call this like the new standard, I'm like, no. Like the fact that it's finished is great, but I think I bought it the day that like you were playing it the first time, and we're like, oh, this is so cool. I bought it that same day, so I still had it before during pre-order time.
Right.
And I found that there was this big old glitch of sound. Did anyone else come across that?
I had a couple of glitches. It was mainly just like characters would just kind of disappear in the background and then very quickly get really close. But I never had any sound glitches. Oh yes, I
had
did
like
actually.
audio
The
just cuts
dialogue.
out.
Yeah, the dialogue text is still there, but they wouldn't say anything.
My
Yeah.
glitch was always only through headset. So like I'd be playing in a headset, and I think it happened while we were playing because Reed had the same problem. We'd be playing, and then the audio would cut out on the headset, so I'd have to keep turning my headset off and turning it back on to hear the sound. Yesterday I had a glitch where everything but my tail and my legs were unseen, and so I was just walking around, tail and legs.
Yeah. There's one where I was doing a cut scene and everybody in my camp, of course, is naked. And everybody's kind of just standing there looking off in the sunset. And then they all like the cut scene's over, but everybody's still inside each other. So like all of my companions are all one person, like walking away is just like, ew. I don't know if that's a glitch. It just looks weird.
I don't know if this was a glitch, but yesterday I was playing with Reed and he romanced Shadowheart for the first time as his like halfling.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious, by the way. And he took so long to like at the point where they're laying there and like it's like the, oh, you can kiss me now kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
and he took so long to give a response because he was thinking through what his character would do
It was the
that it
hand?
looked like his hand reached over, grabbed her boob, squeezed
Yes.
it, and then left. And then like it looked like his character just stood up, based on
Mine
like
did.
what we saw in the shadows.
Yeah, mine did that too. Like literally, Shadowheart's laying there, and you just see the hand creeping in for the boob, and it was just like, what is that? Like, is that on purpose?
I'm glad to know that it's. I thought it was because he was a halfling and he was really short and it was supposed to go somewhere else.
No, my tiefling's really tall, but it was still just the hand coming in to grab some.
That's
Yeah.
great. I love that.
Yeah. Well, let's kind of drift into some final thoughts here. Obviously, this game is pretty fun. I think it has tremendous replayability. I'm probably going to play multiple characters doing this game, doing all kinds of things, because you can do anything.
Mhm.
It's a game where you can literally do anything.
I read that
And
they're
it's
working
really
on
fun.
cross-platform, and when they do, we should
Yes.
have a complainers. No naked stuff, Devin.
Yeah, no naked stuff. He
It's
went
so
to
funny
that.
though. It made
He
sense.
went to that really quickly. I will say, as soon as I got the chance, I took off clothes just to admire. I was like,
The-
this is delightful.
I only did it because he was a monk and could afford to not have to wear anything. So I was like, okay, why not?
Yeah.
So he was naked with the exception of some boots and a hat.
hmm But I really do think this game is what people say. Is it a 10 out of 10? No. I'd say it's a very good 9.5 though. It has its faults, but this game is very, 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 very good. I'm giving it 9.5 out of 9.5 out of 10 capes, and I will definitely be playing multiple games of this.
Did you guys ever, at the beginning, when you find that dying mind flayer in the mind flayer ship, and it's like, it gives you the option to lean in and let it kiss you as if for a kiss? Well, I did that because I thought it was funny, and then he
Yeah.
kills me, and then I had to go
Game
back to
over.
my save point, and I'm like, are you joking? Like, they made
Yeah.
an insta-death, like, cutscene right here, right at the beginning. Like, they couldn't have just been like, you lose 5 HP or something, and then you pull away and stomp his face in? No, like, insta-death. Had to go
then
back.
He
I've
went
seen
back
people
and did it again.
I've seen people
That
playing
mind
it
flayer is
as
sexy as hell.
they're doing permadeath runs
Mm.
that they're not saving. They save at the very beginning, like once the thing crashes, and then just play all the way through. And if you die, you have to go back to all the way back there. So some people are doing permadeath runs, and I can't.
Can the
I
NPCs
couldn't
die?
do a permadeath on that.
Can the
Yeah.
companions die? If a companion dies, do they reset? Or if a companion dies, they just can't use that companion?
If a companion dies,
You can talk to Withers.
I imagine you won't I imagine you can't respawn them
Okay.
if it's a permadeath
So
thing.
just one of the other ones. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. That's what I'd imagine.
Oh,
But what
Devin, that
about,
spell that you were
what about
talking about
you?
is called Beacon of Hope, by the way.
Oh.
And they have to
Right.
be within
Uh,
30 feet of you for it to take effect.
All right. What about y'all? What are y'all's final thoughts and capes on Baldur's Gate?
I think that it's
Not
a
all at
really good. I know. I think it's a good game. I've had a lot of fun with it so far. It's very extensive, which makes it hard for me to get through all the content. Like, in another Discord server that I'm in, everybody's talking about this goblin camp. I never even went to the goblins. I'm in the Underdark.
Really?
I fought some minotaurs. No goblin content whatsoever, except for the one goblin fight right when you get into the Emerald Grove. That's it.
How did you get to the Underdark then?
There's a destroyed town that
Oh,
How did I get to the Underdark?
because I know the Blighted Village. There is a way through the Blighted Village, but the only way that I
Blighted-
found is to fall to your death.
Well, there's a cave that I think leads to the Underdark.
the Thieves
as
Guild
well.
cave.
Oh,
In Act 1,
Yeah.
you can get there to it.
where the you know where Karlak is when you find her After I killed
Uh-huh.
her, I went up to the fortress where the paladins of Tyr were, killed them as well because they're
Yeah.
evil and I'm playing a good guy. And then somewhere around there is a way to get down into the Zentarim basement, which then takes you to the Zentarim hideout. Had to kill all the Zentarims because once again they had a slave, and I was like, I'm not gonna let you get away with slavery, punks. Then
Like, not in my house.
I
You could
know.
have just bought them.
Then from there, well, maybe I didn't even check. And then from there, I got to the Underdark, fought some Minotaurs, got to that temple, had to fight a gazer or whatever it was, a traveler. The mini
Something.
beholder.
No,
It's something like that. It's a
Spectre.
beholder with spectator. Fought him, killed him. Immediately afterwards, I saved all these guys from their petrification, and these guys were like, "Yeah, we're just trying to get to a forge." I'm like, "Oh, okay, have fun." And they're like, "Yeah, you're not gonna have fun." And then they attack me, and I'm just like, "I don't even care
Should've
about your
left
dang
it.
forge. Do I look like a blacksmith? You think I'm gonna go make some armor? No, man." But now I am interested in the forge out of spite.
Yeah.
I had to kill
Like, I
them,
wanted
and now I'm going
I
to the
wanted just so
forge.
y'all don't have it.
And then when I see them in hell, I'm gonna say, "Guess who got to the forge and made this sick ass sword?" And then I'm gonna kill them again.
Then
I
I'm
made
gonna
the
break
sword.
the sword.
Yeah,
I made this sword. I don't even use it.
I don't even use it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna break it in front of them.
I'm not even gonna sell it. I'm just gonna drop it.
So because of
Just-
that specifically, freaking 9.25 out of 10 capes.
Yeah. All right. What about you?
the
Flippo?
other the other way. Well, the other way you can get to Underdark is through the Goblin camp.
Oh, still haven't been there.
Also
Yeah.
through the hags.
Haven't been there either.
Oh, yeah, the
Ethel.
hags too. Yeah.
Yeah, someone ruined that Ethel turns into a hag or something, and then you
Yeah,
gotta
that was
kill
a
her.
good twist too.
Yeah.
That was a good twist. It was like, whoa.
I mean, I don't care too much about
Um,
spoilers, but I would have been like, holy shit. Oh well.
yeah. What about you, Flippo? What are your final thoughts and capes?
There's almost too much to do.
Yeah. There really is.
'Cause
It's ridiculous. Like you mentioned the owl bear egg or cub or something. I didn't
Yeah.
even interact with that. I didn't even know where that was. I was like, oh, okay, great.
It's like in the beginning before you even get to the Goblin camp.
I didn't. It went right past it.
But I'll give it a 9.5 easily.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the better turn-based games I've played.
I agree. It's really
Just because,
it's really good.
like, did you know you could dye your clothes?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did. I haven't yet, but I don't care.
Why else would they give you a bunch of dye in game? What do I use this for? I
I've been throwing it at people.
one
know it
thing I
doesn't
don't-
blow up.
I don't make I don't make potions.
I haven't done any alchemy
Yeah.
either.
I
yeah.
hardly ever use any potions.
I haven't done that either. I have a bunch of ingredients, but I haven't done anything with
Yeah.
it.
I think my
So,
I
Greg,
ingredient,
you
usually
missed
keep
the
it
whole-
as items to throw.
my alchemy pouch
Greg,
weighs over 50 pounds, and I haven't used it at all.
Jesus.
Yeah, my dude's always
Oh.
encumbered. Yeah.
Throw it. Throw it at
Oh yeah, that's
someone,
gonna
and
break
it'll
someone's
do
face.
damage. No, I've seen people. They put explosives in a backpack, throw the backpack, and then throw the backpack at an enemy, and then it just does a whole bunch of damage. Like, it's ridiculous what you can do in this game.
I kind of want to do that now.
Yeah,
that
I
sounds
know.
awesome.
Yes. I've been doing that. I've been throwing just my heaviest stuff. I've been putting it in a bag and throwing it at people. I'm just like, ah. What were you
Reed's
gonna
character
say?
in our game, literally, like, he has all these magic weapons, and he's like, I could go attack people, and I could use a bow, but instead, I'm just gonna chunk these weapons at everybody.
Yeah,
And
you can do
that's
more.
what he does.
Yeah, you do more damage that way. What were you gonna say, Flippo?
So you
You said, Greg, you missed
spent
something.
the entirety of the Underdark?
Oh yeah. Well, I did a little bit of the Underdark, right to where Tim's little one-eyed searcher thing or whatever it's called, spectator.
Yeah.
I did that. I walked up to him, got obliterated like 2 turns. and I was like, I'm not coming back here. I did get a sword from there, and that's about it.
I haven't found the little eyeball boy yet.
It's at the
Yeah.
Temple of Selune. Or the Selunite
Yeah.
Temple is what it's called. And it has an ancient sigil there, so you can teleport there
what I
after
was
you get there.
I must have missed it because I
What I was going to say
started
about the
there.
Goblin Camp
What about the
is
Goblin
that
Camp?
you
Oh.
can poison the cauldron that they eat out of,
Yeah.
and it kills them all.
Yeah, I came across a video of that and I got so mad. I was like, that would have came in so helpful. I was so mad.
I
was
remember
like,
when you were
"Dang it."
talking about
That's
the
probably the
Goblin
b-
Camp, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
what
that's
about-
probably like the best part about this game is there's so many ways to do one thing.
yeah.
Before I answer, I have a question. Tim, have you made it past Act 1?
Nope.
Flippo, have you made it past Act 1?
Yes.
I've been playing forever, and we aren't even through Act 1 yet on either of my games. And Greg's
I'm
in
on
Act 3 because
yeah,
he's
I'm
just
on Act
speeding
3.
through everything.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
I'm
he's
just doing-
speeding
I'm
through.
doing the main story with the occasional side quest. I kind of just want to do the main story, and then my second playthrough is whenever I'm going to really kind of explore and do all this stuff.
What is the main story? Because I feel like it changes. Like, I could talk to like the Creche with what's her face, or I can go to Ethel and
Well,
the place.
in Act 1,
Save
your
Halsad.
goal is to try to find a cure
Mhm.
for the tadpole in your head. But then the more people you interact in Act 1, you find out that there is no cure. Like everywhere you go, nobody has the cure. It just adds to the other people's main storyline, like
Did
companion's storyline.
Yeah.
Did y'all
And
talk
then
to
Act
Volo
2
yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reed killed Volo in our
Did you
game.
let him? Oh no, let him operate on you.
No, yeah, you get something really cool if you let him operate on you.
So Volo was talking to a bear in the Emerald Grove, right? He
Yep.
never offered to operate on me.
Well,
You-
he comes
have
to
to-
your camp at some point.
Oh,
You have to
okay.
save him from the Goblin
Yeah.
Camp.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he comes to your camp. Let him operate on you. You get a really cool buff.
Yeah.
What's the
No,
buff?
You can basically see invisibility.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
You can see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Devin, what are
mine
your thoughts?
mine was a 9.5. I really enjoy it for being a turn-based game. And I look forward to playing it every day. Man, the hardest fight me and Reed did yesterday, and it's something that I hadn't done before, was the the Githyanki fight, when you fight the big boss, who's been trying to get the D20. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah.
Right before their queen comes to you in an image. We had that fight and we died the first time because everyone's just hurting us with psychic damage, and
Yeah.
so we had to really think of, that was the first time that we had to really plan out what we were gonna do.
Man, the
and then
Githyankies are every fight I've had with a Githyanki in this game has just been super hard.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just them, but it's just like they've obliterated me each fight.
we didn't clear out the entire hall, so when we went back after we killed him and we went back looking for something, we got cornered by we were in the middle of it, and every single Githyanki from inside the building came to us, and we're like, oh.
See, I
Shit.
knew that. So did you find the back exit?
No, we're looking for an item, and that's why that happened.
Which item?
The mace
We are
thing?
looking for we're looking for the thing to stick inside the mace thing.
Okay.
It's
but-
not in the Githyanki part. It's at the monastery part.
Yeah, it's the outside of it. There's 3 things you need to find. It's a battle axe, a mace, and a sword.
Gotcha.
No,
Or-
a mace and an
Or Greg, there's another way of doing it, which I got lucky and did it.
you could put anything.
There's a door in there that you can unlock, but it's a DC 30, and I rolled a nat 20,
Oh, nice. Yeah.
so I didn't have to find the weapons.
Yeah. Good job. I had to find the weapons.
I did.
I failed it a lot.
As we were
Yeah.
as we were strolling down the corridors, though, I did find that picture of their queen, and
Uh-huh.
I doodled on it. As a warlock,
True.
they gave you that option.
I didn't do. I did. It gave me a doodle option, but I was afraid to. The second I did it, I thought everybody was just going to be really mad and start attacking me.
Shit, that may be why everyone attacked us. I don't know. But you
Yeah.
also have Lazelle in your squad, so she would not be okay with that. We don't have
Yeah.
her.
She wouldn't be. Yeah. Well, what are your capes?
What am I? What?
I don't remember if you
Your
said
capes.
capes.
He
or
didn't.
not.
He was asking. a question
9.5. No, I said 9.5.
Oh, 9.5. Okay.
9.5.
All right. Well, I think we will call it quits here.
Thank you guys for joining us today with the Cape Complainers. Be sure to like and follow us on
Don't forget to like and follow us. Oh.
Oh yeah, Flippo's here.
Whatever.
now.
No, you got it. Go for it.
You're just
Go
taking
for it,
so
go.
long. It took you like 12 seconds just to start talking.
I think it might be a lag. I think honestly,
I know every
he
time.
He
yeah,
may not.
every time.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Just
Okay,
finish.
all right.
Just finish.
Don't forget to like and follow us on TikTok, Instagram,
Facebook.
all kinds of the social medias, Facebook.
Yeah. And make sure to check out our Twitch streams where we are recording every Sunday at 6 p.m. Central Time. And as soon as they make cross-platform, we're going to be streaming maybe this game
Again.
together.
Yeah.
I heard they're gonna put it on Xbox
Ew.
Heard that as well.
by the end of the year, but they won't have the local co-op on it
Oh, that's
to start off with.
Greg.
What? And don't forget that nobody complains like a fan. We'll see y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.